because I do owe you guys a video, because I did say I would upload on Valentine's Day, but I didn't upload on Valentine's Day. Instead, I just Snapchatted. So if you were on my Snapchat, you would have seen that. If you're not, then you missed out, because those were good story times. Actually, really funny, to be honest. So you need to get on my Snapchat. That's at wet like sweat. That's it. No spaces. Wet like sweat, honey. And yeah. Besides that, I'm gonna make a video today, obviously, and I'm using my phone, so don't judge me, okay? It's the first time ever in life I'm using my phone. But someone was asking me something, and I just thought it was a really good video, considering. Maybe I should. I wish I would have asked this before Valentine's, but yeah, here it is. They're asking why do they keep meeting the same men, and like, for me to do a video now. If anyone's got experience on this, fucking hell, definitely me. So I will talk. Alright. Even though I've done plenty of videos like this before, which you guys who have proper subscribed to me know already, they're always different. And this one has a different angle, because every single day I learn something different, and when I think about stuff, I always discover new things, and I'm always learning things about myself and what I could have done and what I didn't do. And I don't know, the more involved I get into my relationship and the longer it goes on for, the more mistakes that I realize that I've made along the way to get to that point. So let me tell you this. One and the biggest things that we have a problem with. I'm going to talk as in the present now, so you guys can relate, because I don't have this problem anymore, but it's something that I suffered with, and it is almost like a disease, because when you meet one person, they fuck you over. It's a horrible situation. You meet another with higher expectations, and maybe they show you something more, and you're like, okay, yeah, fuck you over. Bad situation. You meet another, and it just feels like it's a continuous cycle. And then you get to a point, and you're like, oh my god, what am I doing wrong? Because that's when I was going crazy. Like, because there's only so much hurt, so much frustration, so much anger, so much crying, so much that you can take. There's only so much a human being can take when you already have life to deal with. You already trying out, you're probably stressed from work, you're probably stressed from uni, college, whatever you're doing, kids, home, family, then to have that added stress of you giving yourself to someone and that not to work out, it fucks up with you, because everyone's got dreams, everyone's got hopes, everyone wants more for their future, especially with someone else. And if you're giving yourself to someone and it's not being reciprocated, and then you end up getting hurt, I mean, what do you do? So much times I was frustrated. I would cry in such, I would be so angry, because I'd be like, what am I doing? God, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I never understood. I was like, what is the matter with me? Is it because I'm not attractive enough? Is it because I haven't got this? Why do I keep on meeting the same people over and over and over again? And you know why that was? And it's not about changing your approach or changing this or maybe doing this. It's about sticking to already what you do. I was wondering for the longest, and I finally get it. When you guys say what you want in a man, or what you like in a woman, or what you need, what your requirements are, fucking hell, I really hope that my whole face is fucking in this frame, because the fact that I can't see shit is really bothering me. But yeah, when we make our requirements of like what we want in people, do you actually pursue them? Because when I think about it, I don't think I ever did. I've always been a loudmouth. I've always been that friend that people know that always like, I want this. I've always been a relationship. I've always wanted a relationship. Everyone who knows me always knows that. So I'll always be like, when people are like, what type of man you like? I always like, I want someone kind, I want someone consistent, I want someone this, I want someone this. And then as soon as I would meet someone and we're talking, all that goes out of the window. You forget about everything you required. And because they come with something better than the last person, you're already thrown in deep. They're showing a bit more than the last person. You're already in there. You're already in there, all happy, all smiles, And it's like we completely forget what our requirements was anyway. Then we get hurt. Then they betray you. They do some stupid shit that just makes you feel like, oh my god, why me? I don't know if I can do this again. It makes you even doubt a relationship's gonna happen to you and all of this. But if you stick to what you wanted, we would unlikely be in those situations. If I would have stuck to what I wanted and allowed time to show me if that person was meant to be in my life or not, I would have never been in. All right, let's not say, I won't say never, because people, all sorts of people can be in your life, and it's no guarantee that those people wouldn't have been in my life, maybe at different points. But I can tell you something on my life. They would never have been in my life for as long as they was. I would have known from the conversation if I was paying attention. This is the thing, right? With people, you need to go into situations and you need to be awake. You need to open your eyes and leave your eyes completely open and pay attention to every single little detail. Ask questions. Listen to the answers. Listen to the way they're responding. Listen to how they're treating you. Listen to examine how they actually make you feel. When you're talking to them, are they paying attention? Do they seem genuine? Do they seem sincere? What are their questions like? You know what? If we paid attention to people as much as we pay attention to going shopping and to buying stuff and to getting ready to go on a night out, or thinking about cooking and paying attention to when we're cooking, or looking good for ourselves or looking good for people, like if you paid as much attention in every other area, like if you would paid as much attention in men like we do in all of our other areas, we would never have to go through much struggles with people, because we would already know from the get if they're good or not. I always got myself involved 3 times, man after man. These are 3 Pacific men, right? Didn't know each other. Totally different. Every single one was involved with someone. And I was one of many. So I was still one of many that they were talking to, but they were already in relationships. How the fuck did I not see that? How the fuck did I not know that? Because I was walking into a situation, giving myself to someone, and my eyes were closed. Because if my eyes were open, I would have picked up on these things. It's not hard to know when there is someone else there. It's not hard to know when someone is really not taking you seriously, as serious as you would like. Because I would say, I want this in someone, I need that, I need this in someone. But I never allowed myself to see what I should have been seeing. Instead, I was seeing the idea of what I wanted instead of seeing reality. And that's the difference, because that's a choice that we have. But that choice gets taken away from us because we're so blinded by the little that they're doing. And then we start tolerating stuff that we shouldn't tolerate. But that's the whole thing. Those little things you shouldn't tolerate. You would have never even needed to tolerate anything, because you would have already, if you were paying attention, noticing that this person is not what you want. But you still decided to talk to them. You still decided that. And you were tolerating stuff from the instance when they're not even what you want in the bigger picture. These people would have never given me what I wanted. They didn't even give me a percentage of what I wanted, even talking. But why the fuck was I so blinded to think that? Crazy. So that is why, like, you need to be more awake when you're putting yourself in situations with people. And the one biggest mistake that I think now that was wrong with me, but I learned that later on. Like, I definitely learned. That's why I'm in the situation I'm in now. Because if it wasn't for those little instances, if it wasn't for me going through those little heartbreaks and those little instances, or me being disappointed in that, I would have never taken time for myself and decided what wasn't working for me. And that's when I started to change up how I was and started demanding the respect that I need for myself. I started demanding, like, if you're not going to provide this, this and this, then I don't want to know. I don't want to know. And it may come across rude, but this is how I will talk. This is how I would message, and it would come across like that. If you can stick to that, then good. If you'd thought, if you're gonna tell me I'm acting rude, I was like, don't tell me I'm acting rude for what I want for myself. Because when I'm hurt, you're not there to accompany that. You're not there to heal that. You will make that hurt. You will go off into your new ass relationships and meet new people while I'm still there dealing with what you done with two people, seeing two people after. So like, no, absolutely not. Don't feel bad for requesting what you want, but don't take that to your head and feel like you can start requesting material things and you have to have this and that stuff. Don't make a bond in a relationship, and it certainly does not equate to how much someone loves you or not and stuff. Like, that's not important. You can have someone can be a millionaire today and lose everything tomorrow. You know, it doesn't even matter. You can have all the degrees in the world, and and that person may have the best degrees ever. They could have a law degree, they could have multiple degrees, and they could still only find a job in Asda. That doesn't make them any less of a person. So don't value stuff by the things people have. And it's about how someone makes you feel and the life you can build together. So, yes. Don't ever feel bad for being you, and don't allow anyone to ever make you feel bad for what you want. If you can't be the decent man that I require, then you can fuck off, mate. Get the boot, get your shoes, and fuck off. Because you shouldn't have to be accepting and tolerating stuff when you're dating someone. When you get into a relationship, it's different. You compromise. That's when you experience a bit of hardship because you're learning each other's differences. When you move in together and stuff, that's normal because you're building something with someone, so you have to get used to some stuff. But not when you're dating. It shouldn't be hard dating someone. You shouldn't have difficulty in dating stages. And if it gets to that point where you're just dating, then I feel like that's already the biggest sign that you have that this shit is just it's Titanic. It's going down, 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 down. And it ain't coming up until it's a fossil fuel. So, no, that's for dinosaurs, isn't it? But you know what I mean? You get the drift, right? So, my God, request what you want and request it to Ras, man. And always stick to what you say you want. Don't be sidetracked because of looks, because of consistency. Because someone can be consistent with you and be consistent with someone else. People just know how to be clever like that and how to donate their time and share it equally. So please don't look at someone because someone's answering your calls or they're regularly messaging you, checking up on you, because they could be doing that to 100 people. It's what you see and how much time they really take out of that virtual life to try and meet you. You know? So, yeah, just look at every aspect. Especially when people are talking about you in their future. I don't want an uncertainty like, I don't know, because everyone knows. Trust me, whether you want to admit it or not, you choose to not say it, that's your own business. But everyone knows if they want people in their life for the long term or not.